Alrighty, guess I'm here to talk about my daughter.
Because she has a story.
I started thinking about where was I going to start.
The day he was diagnosed, he ate breakfast.
And then I was tickling her stomach, and I noticed that there was something off.
And so we took him to the doctor.
And the world stopped.
Those are tumors. And our son has cancer.
And I used to keep count of how many blood transfusions she's had, how many chemos, how many radiations. And I do keep a spreadsheet. I could tell you she had 18 this, 14 this, but now we're well in the hundreds.
I remember them handing me a pill that I had to put in his mouth, but I couldn't touch it with my bare hands because it was so toxic. And yet I had to give it to my 4-year-old. But all you keep telling yourself is, if this is gonna rid my child of cancer, then it is worth it.
So we got on a treatment plan. She was just a trooper through it all. My daughter, Abby, she was vibrant. She had a nickname, Happy Abby. One time she said, I'm gonna raise money for kids' cancer. And she got her lemonade stand out there, and at the time she didn't have any hair, so I put a hat on her, and then she's taken the hat off. And she says, Mommy, they will buy more lemonade if I don't have my hat on. And every time she was in the hospital for chemo, Abby set up a nail polish stand for the nurses. I think she even got the chief of plastic surgery to get his nails painted. Cancers like Abby's, after relapse, the treatment options are limited. They just don't know what to do with it, and it becomes very, very difficult to treat. She said to me, Mommy, am I gonna die tonight? And that was the hardest day of my life because I had to tell her that I thought that she was gonna die. No mother should have to sit down with their child and tell them that we can't help them.
And I remember them coming in and saying, there's nothing else.
We already knew.
My son died in my arms. At home. In his own bed.
In January of 2011, my husband and I lost our beautiful, beautiful son, Liam, to cancer. We would have done anything, to just have one more treatment to try, one more option.
As the federal budget has gotten tighter and tighter, pediatric cancer research specifically is underfunded. And currently, it takes at least a decade, probably longer, to go from an idea to a new drug approval. And that's clearly unacceptable, and that's a timeline that we have to shrink dramatically.
For every dollar spent in the U.S. on cancer research, less than 4 pennies is directed towards children battling cancer. When my husband and I realized that it was funding that was getting in the way of developing new treatments, we knew we had to do something. A child's life should not depend on a dollar sign. In 2008, we founded Cookies for Kids Cancer with a mission of funding new and innovative and yet less toxic treatments for children.
We continue our work with Cookies because it's what Liam would want, and his love and life live on in the work that we do.
Each year, grants are awarded using the guidance provided by our medical advisory board.
All right, guys, we have a lot of work to do. The members of the board are the most visionary, forward-thinking pediatric oncologists in the country.
There are a whole series of trials that can be done, I think, pretty rapidly.
We all adhere to very strict peer review based solely on merit.
It is scientifically rigorous, fair, and will move things forward as quickly as possible.
It's a big obligation for us to get it right.
We compare ourselves to venture capitalists. We hear about ideas that have promise and provide the seed money to get those projects moving forward as quickly as possible.
Unlike the National Cancer Institute, Cookies is much more immediate.
Once the National Cancer Institute approves a grant request, it's on average 2 years before the check is actually written. At Cookies for Kids Cancer, it's only 45 days until the check is written.
Cookies is actually saving the field of pediatric cancer research.
We live in an unprecedented time of discovery. Researchers have new, great ideas, but the biggest gap is that initial funding.
Our goal at Cookies for Kids Cancer is to make sure that no family hears those words, that we've run out of options, and that we've run out of hope. Since 2008, Cookies for Kids Cancer has funded 91 research projects, which have led to more than 36 new treatments available for children battling cancer. Every child deserves the right to grow up.
Hi.
Hi. My hair okay?
Looks good.
One of the projects that we funded is a vaccine for neuroblastoma, which is available today and helping to keep children like Bear cancer-free.
Mommy.
Hi, Yana. Cookies funded the humanized 3F8 treatment that got my child to remission. I think that you are the bravest kid I know.
What we're doing is working. Children who are alive today because of treatments that we've helped to fund. But science needs more funding in order to move forward, and therefore we need your help.